Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to this lecture. And in this lecture, I will be showing you how to add the EVNG in your VMware workstation using the ISO file. Now, I have already uploaded a video which shows how to do this using an OVF file, but due to the reason that recently the EVNG website has removed the option to download the OVF file, and only the ISO file download options are available. So many of the students have requested me to make a video or a lecture on how to do this using the ISO file. Now, simply you have to download the ISO file first of all, and you should have the VMware Workstation run installed on your system, right? So I have the VMware Workstation Pro on my system, and I have an EVNG, but we will not touch this. We will add a new EVNG using the ISO file. So first of all, you need to download the ISO file using any of the options here, either the Mega or the other link, just sync. Now, whatever you choose, once you have the ISO downloaded, like I have this one, this is in my if I go, yeah, so I have this one. So let's close it. Now once you have this downloaded, then we are ready to go. Now go to your evng here, home. You can just say create a new virtual machine. You could just go with the typical one. Next, install a disk, install an image. Okay, you can go to install the image, browse for the ISO file which was in the downloads, this one, and let's go and hit next. Okay, now full name, so I'll say evng, like this, evng zb. Username, password, you can keep I mean the default. Let's say root, password is eve. Confirm the password. Okay, small letters. uh, okay, saying let's say admin. Yeah, and let's say the name eve ng zbn. Next. Now here you specify the size of the hard disk. This is basically a thin provision one, so you can specify anything. I'll say, let's say 100 gigs, doesn't matter. Now here you should keep virtual disk into multiple. I prefer that you can keep in a single disk as well, but let's this option will basically split the disk matters, makes and it easier to move the virtual disk to another computer later on, right? So I would suggest you to keep the split virtual disk into multiple options selected, and hit next. Now here it will show you a little bit of hardware that you are using. You can customize it here, or later on also you can do it. Let's keep it on 16 gigs or maybe 8 GB, this one. And then processor, number processor, how many you want to use. I will say I want to use two I would say I want to use two processors, and remember to keep this virtualization open. Now for this I will choose bridged, and that's it. Close and finish. That's all. Go to this, day, and run. Okay. Okay, nice. This is starting now. Once this is started, you should be asked for the initial setup, right? So we'll see how does it go around. It's just installing this on a bare metal server. If you do this, you will basically burn this ISO on a CD drive or a USB pen drive, and then plug it into your server, and then basically follow the same steps. So yeah, so it is asking for the language. Let's say English, and enter. And let's say please select your keyboard layout, say done. And it is asking for the uh, continue with network. Okay, so we are getting an IP address from the bridge network. So we got a IP address of 192.168.1.167, which means the basically what do you say, the DHCP is configured. So let's say done. Proxy we don't need. Done. Selecting continue will below will begin the installation. Okay, so we'll say continue, and the installation starts. Okay, as you can see that the EVNG has now installed, and it has booted with the IP address of 192.168.167. If you want, you can go and access the GUI from here. 192.168.167 was, I think, the IP. Yeah, admin and keep will be the user default password, and then yeah, you can just create a new lab and start working on the I mean, even after adding the images, you can start working on the projects, right? Now here the default is root and EVE, which is the default username password. Once you do the first login, it will again ask you for the setup. If you want to do a static IP, right? If you don't want, you can just keep it as is on the DHCP. But let's say you want, then just hit the down arrow key and the space bar. Once this is on the static, the asterisk sign, say hit on OK, and then it will ask you to enter the IP that you would like to set on this, right? One dot, let's say I'll keep the same 67. Okay, and then the mask it will ask. So based on your network, you put the mask and also the default gateway and the DNS primary and secondary, and the NTP I will keep my default gateway, and then hit order direct connection, hit OK. Now that is the total setup of your EVNG. Now once it reboots, it will retain the static IP address now of the 192.168.1.67, Okay, now it is rebooting after the IP. Okay, it took okay, so 67 is the IP now, new one. Okay, so if I go here, say 192 168 1.67, this should work. Admin and admin and password is EVE, the default one. Okay, so this is how you install the EVNG on your VMware workstation using the ISO file. Now uh, it will take some time based on the resources that you have on your end. For example, the CPU that you have, the processor generation that you have basically, and the number of amount of RAM that you have. So I hope you like the lecture, and I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye, take care.